Do 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 do. Can you guys hear me? Hello. Hey Tammy. Hey Deanna. Hey Julia. Hey Breezy. Hey Susan. What's happening? Hey Kim. What's happening, Mama? How's everybody doing? How's your week been? Good week? Bad week? Last weekend was a nightmare, you guys. I got a flu shot on Friday and it was bad. I was sick, you guys. I feel so much better. Everybody, good week, bad week? Deanna, the big balloon. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. Thank you, Julia. Thank you. Looking online for flowers around my pool. Nice, nice. I know I'm getting excited. You know, it's time to plant my seeds and get my garden going. Hey, CPO, what's happening? Oh no, Tammy, I'm so sorry, honey. Trust me, I feel your pain. I'm still struggling with the low blood pressure issues. I feel your pain. But I go Tuesday for this procedure and hopefully they're going to figure it out and I'm going to be all good. So I'm so sorry, Tammy. It doesn't matter if your blood pressure is low or high. You feel like shit. It's horrible. I'm so sorry. Ugh, sorry, Breezy. Adulting sucks. You know? I know what it's like to get sick from the flu shot. It happened to me too. It's not fun. Happy. Thank you. Glued to the Alex M case this week. The money stolen spent is unbelievable. You guys, I can't even watch it. Like, that's how pathetic this guy is. I can't even watch it. You know it's bad when I can't watch it. Like, he's pathetic. He is so pathetic. Yeah, I always, every year I get sick from the flu shot, you know, but this year it was pretty bad. Like, I felt like death. Adulting definitely sucks, Breezy. But we got good news. My aunt, her biopsy results came back. It's not cancer. She has an infection, which is so bizarre. So they put her on antibiotics. So I talked to her yesterday. She still was feeling pretty crappy. So hopefully by like tonight, maybe the antibiotics kicked in.
Yeah, never get a flu shot.
Yeah. Do you have any psychic reads on him? Murdaugh, you guys, I think with him, I think it started, you know, he was rich and it started off like, you know, I'm better than everybody, my shit doesn't stink. And I think it spiraled into this, he just became this nasty person because of it. You know, he thought he was above the law and look where he is. And hopefully he'll be locked underneath the prison for the rest of his life because he's a piece of shit. Yeah. You know, it's sad that, I think what's really sad is that his wife, of course I didn't know her, but Honey, what are you doing? I think his wife was like a decent person, and it's sad that she's dead and what it came down to. It looks like I have short hair now, honey. I didn't even get a cut yet. There we go.
I'll cut it for you.
Negative. You are not cutting my hair. Good news about your aunt. They can't find out what's wrong with me. Debilitating fatigue and now high blood pressure issues. Ugh, no. I am so sorry. I mean, is it possible that the debilitating fatigue has to do with the blood pressure? Because when my blood pressure drops out, I like go unconscious. Like I pass out, I wonder if that has anything to do with it.
We'll get her checked out, and then we'll pass on what
Yeah.
look for.
Tuesday. Yay.
What she can look out for, and that's...
Well, she has high blood pressure issues, so it's a little different than mine.
Yeah, but...
Dark Rose has similar thoughts. Yeah. You guys, keep Dark Rose in your thoughts and prayers. She's going through a lot right now, you guys. Just keep her in your thoughts and prayers. That everything goes well Monday, and... Yeah, you definitely need an ECG if nothing else. Like, definitely. Yeah. Blood pressure just started. Fatigue has been for years getting worse. Oh, okay. Wow. That's not good. Have they checked you for like, I always forget, you guys. Now it's my watch making all the noise. Let me turn my phone off. Autoimmune. Have you been checked for autoimmune diseases? I'm sure you have. That's probably a stupid question of me, but that's what pops into my head, so I thought I'd say it. You guys. So, hey, Lisa, what's happening? Let me start by saying not last weekend, but the weekend before. I apologize. I was down in the dumps and just was not having a good day, and I apologize. This stuff, finding Jose, and it's really gotten to me. They met with the Commonwealth attorney this week. The case is supposed to go forward like in April, so we'll see what happens. It's just such a sad case, you guys, 'cause, he was killed over a drug deal. And here's the sad part. He's not like a drug dealer. You know what I mean? Like, he's not that type of kid. Like, he's responsible, he's hardworking, he was a good kid, So the fact that he got caught up in that is so sad. The viewing, there were so many people there. And apparently the funeral the next day, which we didn't attend, I wasn't feeling good from the flu shot, but I just felt like that was more for like family, They were like, no, you need to come. You are part, But the viewing was amazing. There were so many people there. It was difficult for me, though, because I was in there and I was feeling everybody's pain, everybody's sadness. There were so many people. I was just surrounded by so many people, and it was tough, It was beautiful, though. I mean, it was a beautiful service. The pastor spoke about, that it's not our place to judge, and these people that killed him, it's not our place to, but it's hard, you guys. Like, he was a good kid. I don't care what he was a good kid, and it was just screwed up. There's a lot about this case that I can't talk about. We'll talk about it, when the trial gets started. We'll talk about what I saw and what happened and everything. But it was a beautiful, it was beautiful. Like the family did such a good job, but it's just so damn sad, you guys. 20 years old, you know, for what? Okay, let's see. I see a rheumatologist at the end of the month again, already on meds for fibromyalgia. Oh, okay, okay. Hit the thumbs up, y'all. Thank you, Kim. Thank you. No apologies needed at all. Oh, thanks. Heartbreaking stuff. I did. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Okay. Hey, Ann, what's happening? You must have to deal with so much emotion. You know, I was talking to his aunt during it, and I texted her and I said, we're going to go because I'm just struggling so bad, because it was just, I had the pastor's son sitting next to me, and then hubby, and then two of his friends, and then a few rows up, you know, there was tons of family on both sides. It was just packed, you guys. And it's so cool. Like I had never been to like a Latino viewing. It was so cool. Like people were bringing in a dozen white roses and giving them to the family, and then they had food afterwards. And so the pastor spoke until like 9:30. So it was open from 6 to midnight. The pastor spoke from like, I don't know, 8:30 to 9:30. And then there was food and everybody was hanging out, and apparently after we left, like tons more people came in, like it was packed. But it was, so I was sitting next to the pastor's son, and then on the other side of him was this lady, and I was like, she started crying. I gave her some tissues. She didn't have any tissues, and I gave her some mints, and I was, reaching over this poor little guy, this pastor's son, and I recognized her. And I don't think she knew who I was, but I recognized her. And I'm thinking, because she works in the school system, so I'm thinking she was probably one of his teachers at some point. Yeah. And he was there. Jose was there. I saw him. It was pretty cool. Like he was looking over his mom and his baby, and it was pretty cool. Yeah. I bet that was so hard being psychiatric. It is. It's tough, you guys. Such a sad situation. I can see you are still struggling. Definitely sending strength to support you all through. Thanks, Julia. And look, I get attached and it hurts my heart, all these cases that I do, right? But especially when I get close to the family, yeah. So, and they haven't even begun, they've got the trial coming up, and yeah, I plan on going to the trial as much as I can. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Oh my God, I can't even imagine being a medium at a funeral. It's probably very, very well. It was, you guys. It was. The only thing I was grateful for, I was grateful that because it was such a huge crowd, the funeral home didn't have another viewing going on, so they like opened the place up, and I was thankful for that, because I was thinking if I had to feel all of these people and then plus another, I was like, yeah. So it took a lot out of me. And then I was so sick. By the time Saturday morning rolled around, I was so sick. So any thoughts of possibly going to the funeral were out the window. It's just so sad, you guys. Like, I met his, his aunt and his grandmas, and his great grandma was there, and just so much family there. And then you had the family from the mom's side and the family from the dad's side, and then tons of his friends there from soccer and from school, and yeah, it was packed. What's up? Okay. He's like, talk louder.
When you're reading back.
Honey, I hate reading out loud.
I'm just saying. I'm driving down the road.
Okay, but I hate reading out loud. You know, it's frustrating to read out loud. Yeah. I'm sure it meant so much to him to have you there. I don't know. I just know it meant a lot to me. Like, I felt like I had to be there. You know what I mean? But you guys, this case, man. we'll see how things go. Yeah, it's gonna be tough, you guys. Yeah. Okay. We can hear you fine. He was talking about like when I read somebody's comment out loud, like he was saying like if someone's driving down the road, because a lot of times people will turn it on and listen to me while they're out somewhere. That's what he's talking about. Do you think having your gift drains you and leaves you susceptible to illness? 150%. Yes, I do. I feel like, yeah, it takes a lot out of me. And if I'm working on like a tough case, or if I'm connecting with kids and it's a really tough case, yeah, it definitely takes it out of me. And, you know, I don't know about other psychic mediums. I don't know. But I know it takes it out of me, you know, and I think it's different for everybody because it depends on what your gifts are and how they work and all that, you know, but it definitely takes it out of me. So you guys, listen to this. Okay, we talked about Dark Rose. Keep her in your thoughts and prayers. She goes Monday. Hopefully everything's fine. And I don't know if I've told you guys this before, but if I'm close to someone, whether it be friends, family, a lot of times I can't see what's coming up, you know? So, which really sucks, because those are the times when I wish I could see to help, you know what I mean? And yeah. Hi, Victoria. Happy Friday. Big hugs. Aw, hi, Genevieve. How are you, honey? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so where's Ken at? I hope she's okay. Pat's not on here. Okay, so you guys, I don't know if you saw this, but Letitia Stout had court this week. Can you believe it? It was, hold on. Excuse me, sorry. Excuse me, sorry guys. So it was interesting. I didn't even realize she had court this week, right? And I was flipping through Instagram and I saw that her daughter, Harley Hunt, had posted a GoFundMe, okay? And I guess her friend had posted it. And it started off saying like, you know, hey Pat, you're here, welcome, welcome. I know, right, Pat? Thank you, Kim. Thank you, CBO. Thank you, J Lizard. So it was interesting because in her GoFundMe, it said that a few years ago, she lost her family. So sad, when she was 17, right? So I guess she's going to nursing school and she's paying her rent by herself, and her car blew up, I guess, and so she needs a new car. So that was interesting. And then just out of curiosity, I was like, what's going on with Letitia Stout? And I looked and she had court that day. I was like, oh my God, that's too weird. So it wasn't televised, so nobody got to see what her dumb ass looked like, but I'm sure she looked like the same dumb ass she always looks like, because she's a dumb ass kind of person. Yeah, so I don't know, I watched a video and somebody was talking about the hearing, saying that that she's pretty much screwed. Letitia's screwed. Hold on. Sorry guys, I don't know where that came from. Letitia's screwed. Like they have all this evidence, you guys. She's screwed. So she's going down. Good riddance. Other thing, Idaho murders. Did you guys see that Ethan's throat was slit? And apparently he must have confronted BK out in the hallway. He slit his throat. And Xana, I guess, fought back so much that her fingers were almost severed because she was literally trying to grab the knife to stop him from stabbing her. You guys, I saw this and I'm like, wait a minute, isn't there supposed to be like a gag order on all this crap? And yet everything's getting leaked. Like, it's so screwed up. But hold on. Sorry guys, I don't know where that came from. She disgusts me so bad. Yes, she is. She is. Ethan, I know. It is sad, you guys. It's so sad. Like, and to think that both of them were just basically, or at least Ethan was collateral damage. And I think Xana was too. I think the other two girls upstairs were the target. And I think this dumbass got scared. Not, you know, Ethan came out to check because they heard something and was confronted by this a-hole. And it's so sad, you guys. So damn sad. You guys. Oh, hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, Deanna. I'm not trying to make you sleepy, girl. Right? What's up with the gag order? Like, that's not a gag order, you know? I don't know. I just got so tired all of a sudden. But anyway, so this balloon from China that's up in the air. What the hell, you guys? Like, I know they're saying, oh, it's so far up in the air that it would be hard for it to do too much damage, right, to the U.S. And they said they don't want to shoot it down because if they shoot it down, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. If they shoot it down, it would, you know, it could harm people on the ground. So they don't want to do that. I have you yawning too. I'm sorry. I'm so tired and I don't know why. I don't even know where it came from. Yeah, but here's what I have to say about this, okay? I don't believe for a second that it's a weather balloon that's gone askew like China's trying to say. I don't believe that crap, you guys. Apparently, China thinks we're freaking stupid, which, who knows? With our administration, they're probably dumb enough to believe that shit. So, who knows?
You need me to wake you up?
Honey. I don't know. All of a sudden, I just started yawning. I can't stop yawning.
So, my question, my thought is, we got all these ships surrounding us.
But let me talk about that first.
Oh,
Get lost, honey. What are you doing?
Oh, right.
All right, let me try to wake up here, you guys. Because I don't drink caffeine anymore. That's what it is. Are we boring you? Yes, that's it. That's it, Pat. So I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but Russia has ships out in Alaska, in Hawaii, and off the coast of Virginia, 100 miles from the coast. This was apparently discovered. You know, they're not talking about it on the news, right? So we're like surrounded by Russian ships. Well, then I find out it's not just Russian ships, okay? And we're talking nuclear ships, okay? Which probably have nukes on board because they're capable. They probably do. But there's also Chinese ships out there. Now, everybody kind of knew about about Hawaii and Alaska, that they were out in the ocean out there. But nobody knew they were on the East Coast. So they're supposedly like 100 miles off the coast of Virginia. It's scary, you guys. That scares the bejesus out of me because of my dreams. That scares the bejesus out of me. So then I'm like, excuse me. We're surrounded by all these nuclear ships, right? And then on top of it, we have this supposed weather balloon, from China that's going all over the U.S. So it's like, it's kind of scary, you guys. It kind of scares me. Especially because I I looked on MSNBC, I looked on Fox News, I looked on CNN, I looked on like all these different news stations, and they're not talking about any of this. They're talking about the balloon, but they're saying, oh, it's fine, it's a weather balloon that blew, you know. But the bottom line is, you know, this country needs to be aware and to be afraid. You know, these other countries see that we have a weak leader and they're thinking, oh, if we're going to attack them, now's the time to do it. You know, oh, wait, you guys, hold on. Go Chiefs. Woohoo, go Chiefs. All week I'm wearing my Chiefs attire. Going to the bowl, baby. Which I'm scared about because the Eagles are looking good and we have too many of our key players injured and I'm really afraid, you guys. But the Chiefs can do it. They can do it. Okay. So, yeah, nobody's talking about this. Like, this has never happened before, apparently. Okay, from the little bit of research I did, Russia tends to fly their planes into our territory in Alaska. That happens a lot, and we have to like scramble the fighters and get them the hell back away. So that happens a lot, and we're aware of that. But we're not, I don't think we're used to them surrounding the entire United States, you know? And like I said, with this weak administration in there, now's the time for them, you know, if they're going to do something, now's the time to do it. You know what I mean? Didn't know about the ships, right, Tammy? It's scary. Nothing's on MSN now. We have to rely on each other's knowledge, right? It's scary. Oh, I didn't know that. See? Dare we ask what your dream was about? So I'm referring back to the dream that I've talked about before where hubby and I are standing there. It's really loud. And, you know, I'm face to face with hubby and we're talking and he's like, he puts his hand over my mouth and he's like, shh, be quiet. And he turns me around and there are paratroopers landing all around. And when I'm looking at the paratroopers, they're Asian. They're Asian men. I've had that dream for a while now. It scares me, you guys, because we all know the ruler of China is a freaking wackadoo, and so is Putin. You know, it scares me. It really does scare me. And if both of those countries decided to team up against us, we're screwed. And I've also, I have continued to have the earthquake dreams and the mudslides and the fires, and it's just, and it feels like every time I have them, they're more intense. And it's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's building, you know, like it's building up to something. And it scares me what it's building up to. It really does. Why wouldn't they shoot the balloon down or take it? Because, like Pat said, they're afraid it's going to, because it's so big, if they get up high enough and shoot it down, it's going to, like, kill people on the ground. So they're like, oh, we're not, you know. Kim, I'll shut my mouth about the Chiefs. We're going to have to break up his friend's girlfriend. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I know you don't like the Chiefs. But I do. Yeah. My sister actually, I talked to her earlier and she got me one of the t-shirts. You know, the other times we've gone to the Super Bowl, she always gets me the t-shirt that they put on right after they win, the Chiefs t-shirt that they put on. And I got a freaking stain on that t-shirt. Oh, I was crushed, you guys. I love that t-shirt. I still wear it around here. I just don't wear it out. But she got me one of the shirts that they were wearing when they won the game the other day. I'm so excited. So she went to the stadium to get it because she was going to all the places out there and they would say they had them and she got there and they were sold out. So she said, screw it, and went to the stadium and she said the place was packed. People were like, there were so many people there. They had the Chiefs store open and so she was able to get me a shirt there. So I can't wait. Yeah. Seems ominous. Very, very ominous. Oh no, that's her. It is terrifying. You guys, when it scares me, it's bad. You know? That was kind of like Red Dawn, the movie. You know, I watched that movie years ago, but I haven't seen it. I should watch it at some point. Does it feel like it's getting closer in time to you? It does. And when I say it's building, that's kind of what I mean, is I feel like it's, you know, we're getting a little bit closer. Every time I have the dream, like we're a little bit closer, you know? And I'm not saying, you guys, listen, I'm not saying the world's going to end tomorrow. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. But the state of our world right now, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's scary. And I saw this video where this Amish guy, he's going into town. He used to sell a dozen eggs for like $4, right? He's going into town getting $12 for a dozen of eggs, right? And he said, this is going to continue. People are going to be paying $20 for a dozen of eggs. I will not be paying $20 for a dozen of eggs, because I'll tell you a little trick, you guys, just so you know. If you have fresh, farm fresh eggs, you can water glass them. So you don't wash the eggs and you water glass them. You put them in a big jar with lime in it, lime water, which go find the directions, because I don't even know how to do that. I just know that's how you do it. But here's another trick. So if you happen to find eggs on sale in the store, which they're so damn expensive now, we're still going to Costco and getting them. They have a two pack limit, so each pack's 2 dozen. But anyway, you go and get eggs, sit them on your counter for like 3 or 4 hours and let them come down to room temperature. Then you get food grade mineral oil, and you take the egg and you just rub the mineral oil all over it, make sure it's totally covered, okay? Put it back in the carton, write the date on the top of the carton, and set it in a cool, dark place. It should last 6 months, a year. Some people even said they've got eggs from 2 years ago they're still using. So I now have like, I think like 6 dozen that I've done the mineral oil thing that are in my pantry in the basement. So, you know, and I'm trying to get a hold of, I'm going to get egg powder, because, you know, when I'm doing hubby and I are doing low carb now. So when I'm baking and stuff, and it calls for an egg, I don't want to use like the eggs that I have in my fridge, you know what I mean? So I'm going to get the egg powder stuff and just use that. But it's so damn expensive, you guys. Ugh. Let's see. I think your dream might become reality very soon. I just feel something isn't right too. Yeah, right? I like the quarterback, Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, I love him. He walks like a woman though. Gets on my nerves, you guys. He walks like a damn woman. Gets on my nerves. Guys, you need to watch real football. It's called Rugby Union. Breezy. My husband used to play rugby, so he knows. I can't say much. None of the teams I wanted in the Super Bowl didn't make it. Oh, I'm sorry. We are fragile. Yes, we are. I haven't noticed egg prices going up. Maybe I'm just not paying attention. Let me tell you. So we're paying $6.96 for 2 dozen eggs in a carton at Costco. In the regular grocery store, the cheapest I could find eggs was a dozen large eggs, which they say they're large, but you guys, they're like tiny. A dozen large eggs for $5 something. Usually it's like $7.99 and higher. So they're going up. It sucks, but they're going up. We aren't seeing it yet in the UK. Wow. We are seeing it here in Australia. Wow. Chickens just aren't laying. Yeah, they were saying that a lot of the chickens died from disease in a lot of these factories, I guess. And they were also saying that, you know, a lot of people can't afford the feed now, and they're just getting rid of their chickens. Oh, that was the other thing, that to purchase chicks now, the price is like through the roof. Like through the roof to buy chicks, supposedly. I don't know how true that is. Chickens just aren't laying. Yeah. I just ordered dehydrated eggs. Yeah, there you go. That's the other thing I'm going to do is, what, for eggs? That's crazy. I know, right? Right? The other thing I'm going to do is start, you know those little snack Ziploc bags? They're like this big. I'm going to start cracking 2 eggs in there, whisking them up, putting them in a snack bag in the freezer. So for the future, you know, and look, guys, I'm not talking about the zombie apocalypse or anything like that, but if you've been in the store, you know how expensive stuff is. And like our shelves, a lot of them are bare. We're fortunate because in 25 minutes, we can be at so many different grocery stores. We have so many cities around here. We're like close to everything, right? So we're like very fortunate, you know. But the thing is, meat is so damn expensive now. Shelves are bare. It's getting bad, y'all. Y'all need to make sure you have some kind of backup supply of food so that, God forbid, if the stores run out, you got some food for your family. What's up?
I just wanted to say hi to my Aussie friends and to let them know that Aussie Rules is the best game ever.
Did you hear him? Aussie Rules is the best game ever. He used to play that too. Oh my God, I must be getting dehydrated or something. I'm so thirsty, like I can't get enough liquid. Eggs here are around $3.50 a dozen. Really? You were so lucky. They're blaming bird flu. That's what it was, bird flu. Dehydrated eggs, do they taste any good? I've had them before. Yeah, it's like, they taste like scrambled eggs. If you like scrambled eggs, excuse me. You just add water to them, rehydrate them, and they taste like scrambled eggs. If you're used to fresh eggs, then you're definitely going to be able to tell. They're going to taste like crap to you. Wow, it's the bird flu here. Hit all of our wild birds. Yeah, I am in Florida, so we have, at least we have our oranges. There you go. You know what? I was so mad that I didn't order any citrus this year. So I went to the grocery store and I got Care oranges, and normally they're so good. They tasted disgusting. Like I'm literally, you know what I'm going to do with them? I'm going to dehydrate orange slices because they tasted horrible. I'm like, really? I was so upset, and they were so damn expensive and they tasted horrible. Food quality has dropped dramatically. Prices have definitely risen. Yeah. I'll tell you this, like we constantly eat salad here. And so I'm always buying romaine lettuce. You guys, first of all, if you can find romaine lettuce in the grocery store, you get it and it's already like half bad. Like you have to pull so many leaves off and it goes bad so quickly. Like all of our produce is like going bad so quickly now. And the manager at the one grocery store we go to, he's like, bring it back. He's like, if it goes bad, bring it back and we'll swap it out. But you know, I hate doing that because it's not the store's fault. You know what I mean? It's just, it's been horrible. Like I was so mad. I got pomegranate seeds and I was so excited. And I opened them up and it smelled like wine. It had fermented. I was like, I looked at the date. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. It wasn't even up to the date yet. I was so pissed because you know how expensive pomegranate seeds are. I was so mad. Excuses. Everyone is raising prices on everything. Yet I'm sure the CEO is still getting big bucks. Very true. Very true. Haha, awesome, Mr. B. Yeah, he loves Aussie Rules. He loved living in Australia. Yeah. We eat salad like crazy. And it's just, and then I said, okay, I don't really care for iceberg lettuce. But I was like, whatever. I couldn't find romaine, so I got iceberg, right? So the head's like, you know, this big, right? And I get it home and you peel off the bad leaves and it's like down to this, you know, and it's like $2 and it's like, there's nothing on the head. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So I switched to buying, I'm a snob, you guys. I don't like the prepackaged, can you guys see my hand? The prepackaged salad kits. I don't usually like those because I feel like the lettuce has a weird taste to it. I don't have a choice. I had to switch over to that, which I'm not happy about, but you know, but produce is just horrible. I don't buy potatoes anymore because we're doing low carb, but the potatoes the last 6 months that I had bought prior to going on this eating plan, just you open up the bag and they're like already, they've got eyes all over them. You know, I'm like, what the hell? Or there's spoiled ones in there. It's horrible. Like I'm so over the produce. I'm so over it. Yes, we're the same here. Union rules. Yes, I noticed lettuce going bad faster than usual. Same with strawberries lately. Yes, strawberries. We get them and they're like half of them are underripe and the other half go bad right away. I'm like, what? Hey, Tim, what's happening? I'm a foodie, so the food going up in price and stuff going bad really fast. I hate it. I know. It's been horrible, you guys. But I decided for the month of February, I'm not buying any meat because I have my 2 freezers. So I was like, I need to get through what I have in my like fridge freezer. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to make what I have in here and go for the month of February and not buy meat and then go from there. But it's just, you know, meat is so damn expensive now. It's like ridiculous. I wonder if those in charge are sending the good produce somewhere or kind of stockpiling it. Yeah, I don't, did you guys see, oh, that reminds me, CPO, did you guys see that video? Now, I was aware of it because I worked on this particular contract, so I knew about it, but there are underground cave systems in the U.S. where the U.S. stockpiles food. And one of the truck drivers just did a video. I was like, are you insane? He's going to be dead before you know it. He did a video saying, hey guys, look at this cave system. This is all stocked with food. And I just delivered it here for the U.S. government. And I'm like, dude, you should have worn a mask because now they're going to kill this poor old man. But yeah, it's everywhere. I wonder if it's where you live. We aren't having the same problem. See, that's crazy. Like my sister was saying, prices are going through the roof, but she's not seeing empty shelves, whereas we are, you know. I mean, you could, like, here's an example. This one particular grocery store, they had a whole back wall where they would put like, you know, particular meats and stuff that were on sale. Well, they've now transformed that to where they have 2-liter bottles of soda on that entire wall. So this huge wall, like 15 shelves high and deep, is soda now because they don't have the stock. They don't have the food to stock the shelves. And they've gone from, we used to have like 5 shelves high, 50 feet long, okay, shelving units of nothing but wall-to-wall cereal, right? It's down to not even an entire unit now. It's down to like 2/3 of one unit. Like they're rearranging the grocery store because they don't have the stock to stock the shelves, if that makes any sense. And it's been bad. I agree. The only cheap meat is pork right now. Very true, very true. And I'm not a big pork eater, you guys. I run hot and cold with like bacon. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I can't stand it. Sausage. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes I hate it. I don't like pork chops. I don't like pork ribs. I don't like pork roasts. I don't like pork. Of course, I'll eat it if that's all we have, but yeah. You're lucky, Kim. Yeah, you are. If you're not having shortages there, good. Breaking news, they found a balloon over Latin America. Really now? What does that tell y'all? Yeah, they're watching everywhere. I just paid $7 for freaking ranch dressing. Oh my gosh. I got a bottle of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing like 3 weeks ago in this one grocery store. And it was like the 16-ounce bottle the 16-ounce bottle. And I paid $5 something, right? Went back last week and that same bottle was $7.99. I'm like, what? It's ridiculous. So around here in the DC, Maryland, Virginia area, if they're calling for any kind of snow, you better go get your bread, milk, and toilet paper, because if you don't, there's not going to be any left, right? It's a running joke around here. The whole freaking state shuts down. All 2 states in the DC area shut down if they call for snow. So a couple weeks ago, I had to go run and get milk and a couple of other things. And I go and there's like no milk. I go over to the bread aisle. There's like no bread. And I'm like, are they calling for snow? So I know the one cashier. It's this guy, he's worked there forever. And I was like, are we supposed to get snow? And he was like, no, I don't think so. Why? And I told him and he's like, yeah, it's been like that. He's like, it's unfortunately been like that. So it's just been, Sorry, guys. I was like, what the hell? Excuse me. Let's see. We have in the UK for at least 9 months noticed a grocery shortage. Yeah, it's been that way here. Yeah. I don't care for pork. Plus, hubby is Jewish, so we can't eat it, so it doesn't help us, right? I feel ya. Yes, Victoria, that's the kind I eat. $7 for that kind of ranch. It's ridiculous. Ugh. Where's Ken tonight? I know. I hope she's okay too. I noticed earlier she wasn't here. I hope she's okay. Hopefully, with any luck, she's just snoozing away. Maybe she's in La La Land. Julie, I was wondering the same thing. Yep. Usually Ken is the first person waiting for the show to start. I know, right? Hopefully she's sleeping, you guys. I'm sure that's what it is. She's just snoozing away. Wow, Pat, that's crazy about the balloon. I mean, they're watching us, you guys, and, you know, I hope and pray that they have second thoughts and they decide not to do what they're planning on doing, but I'm afraid they're planning on doing something horrible, and there's not going to be a lot we can do. And it just absolutely sucks. This administration, you guys, it's horrible, you guys. Like, it's... I'm, quite frankly, I want to know who the hell is running the country. Because we know it's not Biden, and we know it's not Harris. So who's running the country? You know what I mean? Like, come on. The only thing Biden's doing is taking naps and eating ice cream cones. That's all he's freaking doing. Yeah, the balloon, that's so insane. Oh my gosh. But it's getting scary, you guys. And like I said, I'm not a doomsday prepper. You know, I don't think the zombie apocalypse is going to happen tomorrow. But if these shortages continue, and unfortunately with the price of food rising the way it is, and people being, there's so many people on fixed incomes, like what the hell are they going to do? You know, I haven't spoken to anybody at the food pantry I used to run. I wanted to talk to them and see how things were going. Because I saw that another pantry out here shut down. And there'd previously been another one, so that's 2 that have shut down. I do know, like, there's this one church near us that still does it, because I see them when I drive past there. I see them doing it Saturday mornings, but they don't give, like, produce or meat or anything like that. Theirs is primarily, like, canned stuff. The pantry that I used to be at, we used to give away fresh meat, produce, baked good, you name it, we had it. We even used to get milk and eggs. And then they stopped giving us milk and eggs, and then we had a farmer who would bring us fresh eggs that we would hand out. And I don't think they're getting all that stuff now. So yeah, I don't know. Praying is our only hope. Exactly. It is. Me too. I just want peace. I don't want my child to grow up with war going on. I know, right, Deanna? My son and I were talking about that earlier, and I was like, if I had little kids, I would be yanking them out of school so fast with all the crap that's going on. I mean, with the school shootings and the stuff that they're teaching these little kids. And yeah, we just have to deal with whatever happens. It's totally out of our control. It is. It is. Corporations are running the country. Billionaire. Yep. That's got to be what's going on, because who the hell else is running? You know what I mean? Like, McDonald's is running the world. There you go. I used to love McDonald's sweet tea. I can't drink it anymore, but oh, it was so good. I don't watch the news. Thanks. So, Lisa, there's the one balloon that's going over the U.S. They say it's a Chinese balloon, a weather balloon that here we go, that strayed off course. So now apparently Pat saw that there's one in Latin America. China's watching us, you guys. LOL, McDonald's is. I hate McDonald's so great. Yeah, their food is pretty harsh, isn't it? You get sick as crap from that stuff. China has a balloon flying over us. They said it's a weather balloon, right? Psh, BS. Yes, food drives here. Give cans and noodles now. Yeah, I can't even imagine. I'm sure the pantry where I used to be, I'm sure they're struggling. I mean, you know, we used to have on a good week, you know, I can't even imagine how many people they have coming in now. Like, it's insane. And now there's also a balloon over Latin America. Yep, your Columbine video hit me hard. You know, Kim, that was a hard one to do, and I was so frustrated. I had one commenter that I finally just blocked because she was being such a bitch that I was like, oh, you're blocked. She constantly comes on my channel and says mean shit, and I let it go. I let it slide. And it's like, no, I'm not letting it slide anymore. You're gone. So I blocked her. You know, and somebody else was like, oh, yeah. People misunderstood. Okay, so when Eric Harris came through and he was such a dick, and he was like, oh, I did this and we did this and we did that and we were so successful and we set the precedent for school shootings and look at the people we killed and blah, blah, blah. It was getting to me. And I just said, oh, well, you know, you're a loser and your bombs didn't even go off. The majority of your bombs didn't even go off. That's how smart you are, you dumbass. Like, I was cutting him down, right? But people misunderstood that. And they were like, well, I thought he knew because he was, I'm like, he did know. I was trying to fight back against him, you know, to attack him because he was being such a little dick. And somebody was like, oh, you should have connected the victims. Well, I have every intention of doing that. I just wanted that part of that video to be about the two asshole murderers. But I plan on connecting with some of the victims. But yeah, it was just, it just ended up being a cluster, you know what, in the end. And I probably shouldn't have even done it. I probably should have just said, forget it. Yes, my son is starting school not too long, and I'm not sure I'm going to let him. I might just teach him at home. That would be so hard, you know? My son and I had the same discussion yesterday. Wow. Deanna, it's honestly the best decision we made, right? Pat, thanks. What a distraction and a lie. I heard dandelions are amazing for heart disease. Whoever owns McDonald's is also the largest owner of dandelion fields. Really? Wow. Good to know. I didn't know that. Yes, Breezy, I'm so scared to send them. I'm glad I'm not alone. Julia, you're homeschooling. I saw the comments. Yes, 3.5 years now. I have 2 daughters, age 15, 14, and 12. A dick, yeah. Yeah, you saw the comments, Kim. I was like, the one girl that I blocked, yeah. She had ran her mouth about me, I guess, on the girl who stole my videos channel. It just rubbed me the wrong way. You know, someone had written to me and told me that. And then, so when she started running her mouth last night, she was sticking up for Eric Harris, saying, oh, he got failed by his parents. He was just a child. Well, let me tell you something. I was just like, oh no, screw this. And we blocked her because hubby and I blocked her. I'm like, no, I'm tired of giving her a chance. I'm done. I'm not going to put up with these a-holes anymore. I'm done. You know? I'm thinking I might have to do it too because schools here aren't very good anyways. Yeah. We had a pastor friend of ours. I've known him since he was young. And I think she was 7 at the time. 7-year-old daughter came home from school and proceeded to tell her mom and dad that because she was white, she now has to apologize to the brown and black kids in her class. And she has to let them go in front of her when they line up for recess and for the cafeteria and everything. And he said, our friend, he said, what? So the next day he goes up to school and he was like, what is the meaning of this crap? You know, and they were like, well, you know, white people, systemic racism. And he just said, oh, hell no. And he went to all 3 schools because he had kids in elementary, middle, and high school. He went to all 3 schools, yanked his kids out. They put their house on the market and they moved to South Carolina. True story. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can handle all that. My boy is 24 now, but after watching Victoria's video, I said to him I would be scared for them to go. Yeah, right? Don't tolerate them, definitely block. Thanks, Julia. I had to. She didn't live in Colorado. True, very true. Hey, Afton, what's happening, mama? Oh my God, Victoria, that girl still messing with you. She's such a fake. She is, Deanna. And I kept giving her, you know, chance after chance after chance. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm done. That is crazy. What I would take my kids out to, what the way. Yeah, and here's the sad thing, okay? You know, had the school known anything about this guy, our friend who's a pastor, his dad, his brother was 2 years older than him. He was 5. His brother was 7. And they lived in Italy. Their dad was from Italy. The mom had moved to Italy. And they went out on their balcony because someone had come up to the door and got the dad and wanted to talk to him. And so Barb and her 2 sons go out on the balcony and they watched as this guy shot and killed her husband, their dad, the father. So this guy that I'm talking about that's now a pastor, you know, he was a little guy and watched his father being murdered in Italy by the mafia. And they came back to the U.S. and, you know, he's been through a lot, you know. And so he was just like, you know, I'm not, and they were raised very poor. Once the dad was killed, you know, the mom did the best she could to support them, but they were poor, you know. So it was horrible. Horrible. Never thought a mass shooting would happen here. Then the Buffalo Tops Market shooting happened. Definitely makes me a little hesitant to go to busy areas now. It's so, I mean, it's happening everywhere, you know? It's crazy. I can't believe you gave her any chance. She was going around trying to be you and saying you were copying her out. Oh, no, Deanna. I'm talking about one of her subscribers, not her. Hell no. No. Don't want nothing to do with her. Hi, Victoria Mate, everyone. Gave my thumbs up. 4 more, please, to make it 100%. Thanks after all. Thank you. But yeah, no, so I plan on doing another. I was going to do the Beaumont children. I've been working on that, and that was going to be this week, but it's so long and detailed, you guys. Like, I'm going to probably have to do it in 2 parts. So I thought, okay, let me just get the Columbine one out. Yeah. Yeah, no, Deanna, no way. I would never let that girl. Shady. She's fake. She tries to kiss up to other psychics on YouTube. She's so fake. Like, I don't trust her. No way. Don't trust her at all. I just want to move my family in the middle of nowhere and hide from the craziness, right? It's gotten to the point, though, the craziness is everywhere, so it's kind of hard, you know? Like, no matter where you go. You know, all you can do is pray for your family. Hopefully they're protected. So, yeah. Yes, can't wait for that one. I'm really excited for the Beaumont one. It's a lot, you guys. It's a long one. Like, look, there are plenty of people on YouTube that are great storytellers. I am not one of them. So when I'm having to, like, read, you know, I hate doing that part, you guys. I hate doing that part. And unfortunately with the Beaumont children case, there are so many people involved, so many different suspects involved that I have to read, you know, all of them to you and explain how they come into it. You know what I mean? So it's just going to be a long video or two sections. I don't know. That Chinese balloon reminds me of the song 99 Left Balloons where the singer had the hairy armpits and Americans freaked out. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. That's funny. Yeah, now there's one over. What'd you say? Where'd you say the other one was? Latin America. That's right. Yeah, so it's going to be a long one, you guys. I'm trying to get to all of them. Yeah, I have a lot coming up. I have so many cases, you guys. I'm trying to work through them. I would love to get it to where I could do like a recent missing persons case and then an older one. But it's going to depend on my health, you guys. I have this procedure. It's called a surgery, but it's really not. I have the procedure to do on Tuesday. I don't know how quickly he'll get the results back from that, but hopefully, with any luck, hopefully, you know, I'll have what he thinks I have, and he can get me on this medication, and maybe I can get to feeling better, because it's so difficult, you guys. Like, it's hard. Like, I'm afraid to drive anywhere. If I drive anywhere, it's very locally, you know, very close. And at least I do have some warning when my blood pressure is about to drop. But it's hard to do freaking anything, you know. We want to go to Morgantown. But I don't want to end up in the hospital in Morgan. You know what I mean? Like, so I need to know what's going on. And then we're going to go to, where else did we say we were going to go? Petersburg, out in Petersburg, Virginia. There's some really cool cemeteries out there. We're supposed to go out there. I think we're going to have to move maybe the end of February, but we may have to move that to March. But so over it. There's just so much going on. All right, have you heard of Chloe Leverett and Daniel Gage? Like, the Sauter family disappeared after a house fire. What? No, I have not heard about that, you guys. Holy crap. Holy crap. Let me write it down. Hold on. I'll add them to my list. Oh, thank you, 10. Yeah. Victoria, I'm so sorry. I really hope you can get to feeling better. Me too, girl. I am so over it. Like, I'm so over it. I just want to feel better and live my life, you know. Leverett and Daniel Gage. I think they're on my list. For some reason, Daniel Gage sounds familiar. I think they are already on my list, but I'm going to check. Yeah, everybody keep Dark Rose in your prayers. We talked about that earlier. I texted with her earlier, and I told her about my scare I had when I had a mammogram done, and fortunately mine was fine, and hopefully hers will be too. But it's scary, you know. And I think the worst part is not knowing. You know what I mean? Like, not knowing. I have to go have my mammogram done 2 weeks, in 2 weeks. So I gotta get that done. Yippee. Oh, good night, Julia. I know I'm gonna get off here, you guys. I had a blast tonight. Missed Ken. Hopefully she'll be back on. Miss Latuan. Who else are we missing? I'm racking my brain now. I can't remember who all we're missing, but we're missing a bunch of people. Hope everybody's okay. Yes, definitely going to pray for her too. Two are beautiful people. Oh, thank you, Deanna. She's awesome. I love Dark Rose. Crystal is such an amazing human. When you looked at me for where the balloon was, I answered you, and you said, yeah, Latin America. I was fat. Simpatico. I got you. All right, guys. I'm going to go chill for a little bit. Got a lot of stuff to do. But I hope everybody has an amazing week. I've been there in 2020, found a lump, but it's just a fibroid. Oh, thank God. Thank God, Afton. That's so scary. Ugh. Night, JR. Night, CPO. Night, Tammy. Night, After All. Night, Kim. Night, Pat. Night, 10. Night, Deanna. Night, Julia. Did I miss anybody? I'm sure I did. Night, guys. Have an amazing week. Bye.